Hey, this is Kelly Sheets, and I wanted to talk about power today because it is a conversation that is kind of wacky in how our culture looks at power. And it's something that if you decide to focus on exploring your own sense of power, the power that comes from within you, it will shift your foundation and everything will become easier. Sense of fulfillment, the ability to lead and influence others in the most positive, easeful way. The sense of meaning in our lives, feeling like that's something else we've been seeking, it will be there. The ability to communicate and connect more intimately with others, to feel empathy and kindness and joy, all of these higher aspirations that we think, oh, I really want that. I want that in my life before I die. That's how I want to live my life. Those are all available when you understand and access power. Now, before I go into what power really is, I'm going to talk about that our culture has a wacky relationship with power. The power that we actually see primarily is manipulation. It's based on fear. It's coercion, convincing, manipulating, scarcity, fear of missing out. All of these things are used under the guise of power, but really it's manipulation, it's force. And so much of the leadership we see in every level of leadership actually is usually moving from that place. People that are truly powerful have no need to coerce, convince, manipulate, control. There's no force, there's no violence. It's a state of beingness that radiates out of you or them. It's attractive, it's joyful, and you're like, yeah, I want to know something about that person, or I want some of that. I want to feel like that, right? So part of this is the distinction. And then there's this other movement that it's like, take back your power, like be empowered. And it also comes from, it doesn't come from necessarily the same fear base, but it comes from a surface level type of just taking actions and saying words and showing up on the outside and posing into, it's kind of like a fake it till you make it mode. So it's not bad. It's just that it's not really, when you really feel it, you're like, that's not real power. You can sense it. Real power, true power comes from each of us. Each of us is powerful. But how power exists within our system is it means that you have access to all of your energetic resources right now. So when I am powerful, it means that I'm not using my mental, emotional, physical, energetic resources anywhere else in this moment. So I'm present and I respond to whatever's happening. There's such a sense of ease with that because energetically, I'm not utilizing energy to force or try or prove any of that. I'm not using energy to project the future or come from the past. I'm just being here and I'm with you. I'm able to respond to you. You're presenting something. I'm with that. I can see all the pieces. When I'm with myself, I'm present with myself. So I hear what's happening in here. I trust myself. This is power. It's unshakable. It doesn't really matter what's going on the outside because inside I am steady. This is power. And when we're around it, it's the most beautiful thing. There's an ease to it that feels like most of our lives are full of tension. Most of our lives are effortful. Life is hard. We've got to try. And what I realized was that wasn't necessarily true. And the willingness to take the risk that wasn't true. Well, what else is there? There's got to be something else. That was my seeking. And my highest value was freedom. And being powerful and understanding that if you shift that foundation within you to a place of power, then everything that comes out of your foundation of who you are will come from that place. Everything gets easier. Everything gets more full of meaning. There's more love. There's more presence with others. There's more intimacy and connection with others. There's clearer thinking in business. There's truer connection with clients. There's more trust. All of these things we say we want come from that internal work of understanding, first mentally understanding power and then embodying it. That is my love. Great leaders just come out of this place of power. There's no hierarchy of I'm trying to be better than everyone else. No, I am. Like I am. I don't need to be better than anyone else. I already am. I am enough. I'm more than enough. So being powerful is just, it's like the greatest gift we could have in our lives that will ripple out to others. So the point of this video is just an invitation to consider that. So whether you decide, I'm going to talk to Kelly Sheets and I'm going to learn this stuff, I'm going to get on board with her, or if you walk away from this, I would like, my call to action is to consider exploring power, true power. Find the place where you can explore that. Cut through the nonsense of who's telling you what, like that are teaching you to be more manipulative, to get more power, to get what you want, and see if there's another way. What I help with is the foundation of just shifting your foundation so you can operate from a place of power all the time. Things become more of the everything you've been seeking. So that is my conversation. This is what real power is. And there's an invitation into this power. So thanks for listening, and hopefully I will see you around.